Welcome to All in the Words, the podcast for writers and storymakers in all their forms. Each episode, we explore a different corner of the writing world, from stage to screen, audio to novels, lyrics to scripts. With original pieces, creative conversations, and toolkits for your creative process. Lee here, and in this episode, we hear about June, who featured as one of the monologues that was written for Codswallop CIC's Tales Told Festival in 2018. All to come in this episode of All in the Words. So, community arts company Codswallop CIC asked me to write some monologues which were featured in their Tales Told Festival in 2018. In that year's festival, they were unpacking the rich industrial heritage of the town of Guiseley, a heritage that has its roots in the cotton trade and housed numerous mills which have sadly long since been lost. We interviewed a number of older people who recounted their experiences from working in the various mills around the town. Now, in this monologue, we hear from June. June worked for Abraham Moons & Sons in their factory on Netherfield Road in Guiseley. The business was founded in 1837, and their factory still stands today, producing wool and tweed clothing. The Walsh family bought the business in 1920, and they still own it and operate the business today. Back in its heyday, when Guiseley was a bustling industrial town with its numerous cotton mills, it was common for workers to leave one factory on a Friday and start at another on the Monday. There was plenty of gruelling work to go around. Conditions were better in the times that June worked in the factory. She talks about her job working in warping. This is the preparation of the vertical threads known as warp for weaving in the textile industry. One common thread through all the conversations we had with those that worked in the mills was the belief that new health and safety rules were a hindrance rather than something that was introduced for their protection. The monologue you are about to hear is performed by Chloe Lawson. Let's hear what June has to say.
Oh, hello, love. Hey, you're lucky you caught me. I were clocking off. Home time. Yeah, we're off out tonight. Got a bit of a do at the town hall. It's works do. Me and our Tommy have got a night out. Me mum's looking after bairns. Yeah, and me and the girls we popped home at dinner time to put our rollers in so we can be ready in time. They're good with us, like that. The bosses. Take us tea breaks when we like. They don't watch over us. It's like, as long as you do the work, they don't mind. I mean, it's piecework anyway, so if we don't do it, then we don't get no money. I'm in warping. That's what I do now. That's my main job. But I move round to where I'm needed. I started off on cops. You know what I mean, don't you? Little bobbins. But don't matter where you go in mill. I've worked in spinning, winding, twisting, packing, all over at shop. You can walk round anywhere and everybody knows everyone. Oh, it's right casual. And we have a right good laugh. T'other day, right? They put me in one of them big baskets. The ones on wheels. Oh, and bloody hell, they ran me round mill so fast. I couldn't stay upright. I tore all my tights. They're right buggers. And you know, they learnt I don't like mice. I saw one a while back and made a bit of a scene. So, a few days after, Mickey Tolson, he got one in his hand and he started chasing me with it. Oh, I made such a noise. screaming me head off. And our Tommy, he comes racing in looking dead panicked. He thought I'd got caught up in one at looms. He didn't see the funny side. But it were only a laugh. Mickey's moved on now. Gone to mill down road. Things got a bit quiet, so he's bobbed down there for a bit. I don't imagine it'll be for long though. That's what they do. They do the rounds at mills. Leave one on a Friday, go knocking on door, and start at one at other mills on Monday. But he'll be back when things pick up. They always do, 'cause they like working here. I've been lucky. There's always been enough for me to do to keep me on. I mean, pay's not great, but at least there's always a job in one of other mills. See, some won't come here. They're a bit superstitious. We've had a couple of fires here, and both times it were on Good Friday, so some folk won't come and work here. Even the boss were a bit freaked out, so they stopped working on Good Friday. Mill shuts down. I mean, it's all stuff and nonsense in my book. But you know what they say, there's nowt so queer as folk. I've been here near enough 10 year on and off. I left for a bit to have me girls, but they kept me job open for us. And I can honestly say, it's been a right laugh. It's like having a huge family and I love it. We've had some right laughs. But I do worry. There's some changes that are coming. Something to do with health and safety. I've heard a few things. Whispers. And I'm a bit worried. All sounds a bit too strict to me. Having to toe the line. I'll have to see what happens. I think they call it progress. We'll see. Anyway, Goradash, need to get me some ready. Finish me hair and put me frock on. I'll see you there, yeah? Town Hall? Great.
If you'd like to find out more about the amazing work that Codswallop do, then head over to their website, codswallop.org.uk, or follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for Codswallop CIC. Thanks for joining me on this episode of All in the Words. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, rate and share, and join the conversation over on the All in the Words Instagram profile. You can find any links and episode extras on the podcast website, allinthewords.podbean.com. Until next time, keep writing, because it's not just craft, it's all in the words.